Good morning, guys. Welcome to my replay viewers. Thank you guys so much for jumping in, checking out my broadcast. Sorry I missed you live, but so glad you guys took some time to check this out. What is up to my live crew this morning? Great to see y'all this morning, and so glad to have you here. I appreciate y'all coming in to hang out with me on this Wednesday morning. Great morning to you, Lori. Nice to see you this morning, girl. Glenda, great morning to you. And I've got audio that's still on. Let me turn my audio off. There we go. Why am I turning this on? Hang on, y'all. Hang on. I've got my audio off. My audio is off. Hang with me. Sheila, I'm excited about this too and so glad to have you here, buddy. I got a phone that's being stupid. Hang on with me for just a second, y'all. Listen, so I'm super excited about this today, guys. We're going to be talking about how to get your kids to be a kid boss. All right, I have a story to tell you and the reason why this thing came up. And super excited to be sharing this information with you guys today because I got some ideas in mind for those kids of ours that how they can leverage this time off and really make some money from it. So I'm going to give you guys this morning 15 very brilliant but very simple ways that your kids can absolutely be making some money from home and creating a business off of an idea and off of a little bit of effort. Brian, I love it. I think Facebook's good. Periscope is just being a little bit stupid, but I think I got that taken care of, so you guys can hear me okay. All right, so that's our topic of conversation today. Listen, if you got kids, I would love for you to bring them in the broadcast and listen to this because I'm going to ignite some ideas. And one of the things that I find with kids is that a lot of kids don't realize what's possible for them, and a lack of motivation stems from a lack of understanding. And if we can just give them a vision, give them an idea, the Bible says without a vision people perish. My mission is to give your kids a vision for what's really possible for them and realize what they could really do with their time off during this season and time off coming up into the summer. And the way I'm looking at this too, the way some of the kids that I'm already helping, is that we're going to use this time off that they got off school right now to create a powerful momentum going into the summer months, and they're going to have a thriving business on their hands this summer and make some bank. Parents, this is for real, all right? So very excited about this. That was our topic. Share it out to the people that need it. If you got anybody that you know, any parents, moms, dads that need to hear this broadcast, especially you guys on Facebook, go ahead and tag their name in the chat stream and see if you can get them in here. I'm excited to help some families this week. It's gonna be fun, all right? If I have anybody brand new, if you've never seen me before, if you have no idea who I am, first of all, welcome. I would love to greet you and say hello. If you want to give me a hashtag first time and in the chat stream and let me know if it's the first time you've ever seen me, I would love to say hello, and my crew would love to make you feel welcome. So let me know if it is the first time you've ever joined in with us. And then lastly, every single one of y'all that's watching this on the replay, I'm so glad you're here and I appreciate you. I would love to know that even though you are on the replay, you can comment and interact with this broadcast. I would love for you to give me a hashtag replay. I do see those comments and I do respond to those as well, so I would love to know that you were here, all right? On that note, guys, we are going to roll because, you know, I do not waste my time and I choose not to waste yours, so let's jam. All right, y'all, that is who I am. That is what I do. Justin Cappon Pro is my name. JustinCapponPro.com is my website. I'm a startup business mentor and a branding strategist that specializes in helping startup entrepreneurs turn your passion, turn your gifting, turn your idea into a profitable and sustainable brand that rises up in this challenging digital marketplace to draw in the 21st century consumers that want and need what you have to offer. Guys, I broadcast live every single weekday morning from Tuesday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, hooking you guys up with business building tips, hacks, and principles. Anything I can give it up to grow your business, expand your ministry, bring your vision to life, and grow that brand of yours online in this digital marketplace. All right, Sheila, what's up? And I see that you got your son Joseph in here for the first time. We got a young hustler in the group, y'all. Everybody throw some love at Joseph. I would love to know how old Joseph is, and if any of y'all do bring your kids in to listen to this, I would love to know what their name is and how old they are, just because I'd like to know. I have 4 kids of my own. My kids, Natalie, Ethan, Samantha, and Colton, are 8. They're all having birthdays. Their ages now are 15, 13, 12, and almost 9. Almost 9. All right, Maggie, good morning to you. Keith, good morning to you. Appreciate you. So we're talking to parents and kids today, y'all. This is not just for kids. This is parents and kids. And let me just set this up for you a little bit. Camille, I see you. Good morning, girl. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to set this up for you. So I live, I've recently moved to a new neighborhood. And I have... we had, of course, Courtney and I are business owners, and we had Joseph is 11. I love it, Joseph, and good morning. We have a couple of Facebook groups tied to our community. So we live in a community called Bailey's Grove. So we have a Bailey's Grove community that's just for the homeowners in this in this area, and it's just kind of an information site. And then we have a Bailey's Grove businesses. Bailey's Grove businesses is for all the people that live in this community that own their own businesses, and so it's kind of a business networking thing. And that's where if you got services to offer, you got ideas, things like that, you can post those in the business group, and then we all kind of bounce. It's like a residential area mastermind. We all kind of tie our ideas together, help each other, market each other, and help spread the news about what everybody does, which is very cool. Taylor, good morning. Hopefully you come in. And so anyway, what day was this? This was Monday. Monday, obviously kids are out of school, stuff is going on. I want to just tell you how this whole idea has come about in me, because I'm really, really, really excited about this, Kid Boss Nation. I was home on Monday. I was doing some stuff, and I hear a knock on the door, and I'm like, let's go see who's up. So I go upstairs and I go up to the front door, and at the front door I got 2 kids standing at my door, 2 boys. One of them, I completely have forgotten their names now, but one of them is 14 years old and the other one's 10 years old, standing at my door with their mom. And, hey guys, what's going on? They said, hi there, sir. They said, we are actually going around looking to serve people in the neighborhood, and now that all the snow is melted, we do yard cleanup. Do you have pets? And I'm like, yeah, I have a dog. They're like, do you have plans to clean up your backyard from all of the poop? And I'm like, no. I'm like, it's got to be done, but I hadn't really thought about it yet, because what happened, I live in Michigan. What happens is our dogs poop in the backyard all winter long, and then the snow melts and your whole backyard is full of poop. And they said, well, we actually offer a yard cleanup service every spring. And so the mom, they're having a hard time articulating to me exactly what they were doing. So the mom kind of chimed in. She's like, so usually what we do is we do this as school gets to get out, really before the summer takes off and before people start mowing lawns. We like to come out and do this, but because of the kids being out of school, we decided to go ahead and jump on this and get started. And I'm like, what a cool idea. And I'm like, how much do you guys charge for your service? And they said, we charge $40. And they kind of said it a little bit reluctantly. And I'm like, that's a very good price. I said, absolutely. I would love to have you guys clean up my yard for me. That's one thing I don't have to do. And I'm like, but I have a proposition for you. And they're like, oh, listen, they're all curious. And I'm like, I would love to hire you guys to clean up my yard. But before I have you clean up my yard, I would like to spend 10 minutes with you and your mom talking about your business, because I am actually a business coach, and I help people like you that have a business idea expand the idea and make it more profitable. And I've got some ideas for you. I wondered if you would give me 10 minutes of your time, come down to my office, and I'd like to just brainstorm this idea with you a little bit and see if we can help you make some more money. And the boys kind of look at each other, and they kind of look at their mom, and their mom's like, she kind of nods, and I'm like, I won't charge you nothing. I just want to just talk to you a little bit. And they're like, okay. I'm like, come on in, come on down. So I walk them into the house and bring them down to my office. Of course, they walk into my office, like, whoa. And I'm like, come on, sit down. And I'm like, all right, so let's just talk about, let's just get down the facts real quick. Let's talk about your business real quick. So how long you been doing this? They got the idea last year. Okay, I love it. And do you offer any other services? Is just that you just scoop poop? Nope, we just scoop poop. I said, you guys, the two of you do it together? Yep, we do it together. So whatever money you make, you have to split it, right? Yep, we split it 50-50. Okay, I said, how long does it take you roughly to clean up the average yard? And they said, it depends on the yard, but we just only usually do this in the Bailey's Grove community. And everybody's yards are about the same. Some are bigger, some are smaller. But on average, it takes them an hour. I said, okay. So I said, $40 an hour. You guys are both making $20 an hour. I said, there's a lot of adults in this world that work their butts off that don't make $20 an hour. I said, that's an excellent price point. I think it's very, very good. It's reasonable, but it's a good price point. I said, okay. I said, so you kind of started this. Yeah, right. These kids, a 14-year-old and a 10-year-old are making $20 an hour scooping poop. There's people that work their whole lives and don't make $20 an hour, right? It's crazy. So anyway, so I said, okay, so when did you kind of kick this off? She's like, well, we kind of, school got canceled on Thursday, and so Friday we got talking about, we're like, we should probably just get a head start on this and give you something to do, because you're not just going to sit at the house and play video games and watch Netflix all day. So she said we started calling our last year's clients on Saturday and just letting them know what we were doing. And I said, all right, so how many houses have you cleaned so far this weekend? Or I'm sorry, how many houses have you cleaned? How many yards have you cleaned up so far since you started on Saturday? She said 6 so far, not including yours. 6. I said, okay. So in the past, this was Monday, so that was Saturday. That was 3 days. In 3 days, they had already done 6 houses, $240. How many of your kids made $240 last weekend? Mine didn't. My kids didn't do anything last weekend. $240 last weekend. I said, okay. I said, now word of mouth travels, because what happens with me is, like, as soon as I have you clean my yard, if you do a fantastic job, I start telling everybody. I'm going to tell both houses on either side, both my neighbors, as soon as I catch them outside and have the chance to chat with them. I'm like, listen, because they both have dogs, big dogs. I'm like, listen, I just got my backyard cleaned up. These guys are amazing. Here's the phone number. Call them. $40. It's so worth the time. Just have them do it. You don't have to spend an hour in the afternoon, go out there doing it. I don't want to mess with it. You go clean it. Some of the kids can clean it up. I said, you guys will spread like wildfire. I said, so let's say by the end of the week, you're going to be able to double. She's like, yeah, easily. We expect to be able to double the number by the end of the week. So by the end of this week, this is live, real right now. By the end of this week, these kids will have made $500 easily. $500. Okay. So I'm like, all right, this is where we need to just, so those are the facts. I said, all right, so this is what I want to know. I said, you guys love dogs. Do you have your own dogs? She's like, oh yeah, we have our own dogs. They're telling me about their dogs. I said, okay, so you all love dogs. I said, what are your thoughts on expanding your service options beyond just yard cleanup? I said, because yard cleanup is something that I might have you come and do, a couple times throughout the year. But if I have motivation to have you come more frequently, I might consider that if there was some value service there to add. And I said that, and this is going to be my quote of the day for you, and I'd love for you to write this quote down. This is what I said to them at the time. I said, one of the number one reasons why today's consumers don't invest in the help that they really want is because they don't realize that help is available. I'd love for you to write that down. One of the number one reasons why today's consumers don't invest in the help they really want is because they don't realize that help is available. Now, a lot of people don't even realize they want the help. Like, until these guys showed up and knocked on my door, I didn't even realize that I would love to have someone scoop the poop in my yard. Right? It was probably going to be a Saturday afternoon when I'm getting ready to go mow and I'm going to have one of my kids go do it. Right? And I'm like, This is spectacular. I'm like, so have you thought about adding some services? So you love dogs. I said, have any guys ever considered doing dog walking? And they looked at each other and they're like, no. I said, all right. I said, the average dog walker will charge $20. I said, I used to have a dog walker before we moved here, and she would charge $20. And whenever we had our dog was restless and we were too busy to take him out, we would have our dog and we'd pay her $20. She'd take him out for about an hour to walk a dog. I said, would you guys be interested in walking a dog, getting paid an extra $20 to walk the dog for an hour? And they're like, yeah. So basically it's doubling your money. Only one of you would have to walk the dog. I said, currently you're charging $40 for an hour, so you're both making $20 an hour. So imagine there's 2 dogs. I mean, you may get this house has a dog and that house has a dog. So if they clean up the yard and one goes and walks the dog, you just doubled your money. I said, so you could walk a dog. I said, what about brushing? My dog is shedding season around here. I said, so maybe every single time you walk the dog, you also brush the dog. Because I think about how much time Courtney and I spend vacuuming this house from the dog hair. I'm like, so if you can take the dog for a walk and then brush him outside and get all that shedding hair off before you bring him back home, that is absolutely valuable to me because that's going to save me a ton of time cleaning on the inside. So dog walking, dog brushing, and then yard cleanup. I said that alone. So let's say dog walking is $20. Let's say dog brushing is $20. If I wanted to pay someone, maybe dog brushing is $10. That's probably not, it's not going to take an hour. So let's say dog brushing is $10. So I got my $40 yard cleanup, I got $10 for brushing, and I got $20 for walking. So that's $70. $70 if I bought all of those services a la carte. And I said a la carte means individually. So what if I bundled those and I offered a bundled service for $60? So currently you've already got, let's say 7 clients, because you got 6 plus me today, so you got 7 people. Let's say 7 people, you're like, sir, ma'am, I would like to come clean up your yard for $40 and get all the poop cleaned up. And I'd be like, yeah, absolutely. For just an additional $20, we would also love to take your dog for an hour-long walk, and we will brush him while we have them out. So now we'll get your yard cleaned up, we'll get your dog some exercise, and we'll bring him back brushed and clean, ready for you. Throw the extra 20. I mean, would you guys pay that? I'm curious. If you're going to pay someone $40 to clean up your yard, would you throw an extra $20 to have someone take your dog for a walk, get him some exercise, brush them, right? So, yeah, absolutely. I said, all right, so now we've turned our $40 service into a $60 service. Now this is where it gets interesting. I said, I believe you guys don't need to work together because it doesn't take 2 of you to brush a dog. It doesn't take 2 of you to walk a dog. And it really doesn't take 2 of you to clean up a yard. And I think if you really hustle, I think one of you could probably clean up my yard, my dog poop, just about as quickly as 2 of you. Yeah, I get it's going to go a little quicker with 2 of you, but it's not going to go that much quicker. I think you guys should split up. You guys should double your numbers, because if you split up, you'll get more. You'll have more time available, and you can start taking your own households. So let's just say currently you're expecting this week to double your current number. So by the end of this week, you're expecting to have 12 clients. What if we could get 12 clients for each of you? Which the season hasn't even warmed up yet, and as soon as there's 720 homes in this community, 720 homes in the community that I live in. So if we could just double your numbers to get you to an individual perspective, and each of you could have 12 clients at $60 a piece, that's $720 a piece. Okay? Not splitting it. $720 a piece. What if we could, and that service could be recurring? So I could pay you, maybe, and I guess you'd have to keep doubling it. But I probably wouldn't pay you $60 a week. But I might pay you $60 every other week. I might pay you $60 every other week. Ruby, good morning. I see Ruby's in here. Another young hustler. Y'all throw Ruby some love. I might pay you $60 every other week to clean up my yard and walk my dog. Right? So let's say we keep multiplying this. Let's say you guys could get yourself to a point where you are serving 12 households a week. Those kids could be making $720 a week. What is that on a monthly basis? I'm just curious. Let's just do a little math. $720 a week. Let's say we could just do that just throughout the summer months. So the summer months is roughly, what, 14 weeks? Let's say 15 weeks times 15 weeks. That's 10 grand. Your kids could make 10 grand just doing that this summer. Am I turning light bulbs on for anybody? So I'm like, all right, this is crazy. So I painted this picture for them, and they're like, oh my gosh. I'm like, you just need some help. So this is what we're gonna do. You guys go ahead and clean. I said I just wanted to give you that. I wanted to open your mind up to really what's possible. Now, you guys can go ahead and clean up my yard. Are you going to do it now? And like, no, we actually have to come back later because we don't have all the stuff. We just want to see if you wanted it done. Perfect. So you guys can go clean up the yard. I gave them some tips and recommendations about what I would be doing. I said, how do you guys go around when you're seeking new people? Mom is always with you. Yeah, mom needs to be with them for when they're seeking new households, but their current households where they already have established clients, they just go themselves. I said, all right, I love it. So what I would do, I gave them all kinds of tips about how they should market themselves. They should spend one whole day, a beautiful sunny day, on the marketing piece, and then they can get to work so they're not wasting their time. We got that all figured out. So anyway, let me get into some ideas because I wanted to tell you all that, and then I'll wrap up the story with Trish and her boys when we get this done. So again, quote of the day: one of the number one reasons why today's consumers don't invest in the help that they really want is because they don't realize that that help is actually available. That's my quote, and that's what I told these boys as they were sitting in my office. So I'm going to give you 15 ideas. We're going to go through these pretty quickly. There's no way I'm going to get out of here in 30 minutes today, but that's okay because I want to give you guys some ideas on what's really possible and what your kids really could be doing, all right? The other thing that I want you to understand, too, before I just tell you some of these ideas is every child is motivated differently. This is not for everyone. But there's some kids that have a drive in them where if you just show them the way and give them an idea, they're all over it. I have 4 kids. All 4 of them are wired completely differently, and I got 2 of them that'll be all over these ideas. I have the other 2 that just don't care. That's just how they are, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how they're wired. But I got 2 of them that I'm going to spend some time this week, and I got 2 ideas for both of them that I'm going to get them set up. And I'm going to have 2 of my kids that are going to be making bank this weekend. No, I'm sorry. I got 2 of the kids that are going to be making bank this summer because I'm going to get them set up with a business that they can actually run on their own and grow on their own and make money on their own. And then my other 2 kids are going to be like, they have so much money. Yeah, well, it's because they're working for it. So I want you do you guys agree with that? Every one of your kids are motivated differently. Like there's some kids that are just go-getters, and then just some aren't wired that way. That's okay, right? But I want you to get, I think, one of the number one reasons why kids lack motivation is because they lack clarity. They don't really realize what's possible. You give them a vision for what's possible, and you can show them the way, and they'll jump all over it. You should have seen these 2 boys sitting in front of me just light up when I started showing them what was really possible and how they could turn this simple little $40 service into a $10,000 business this summer. Spectacular. What would you do with 10 grand if you guys could generate 10 grand a piece this summer? Mom, how would that change your world? You got this 14-year-old boy that's thinking about how he wants to get his first job, and he was actually saying that he wanted to start his first job, but most of the places he wants to work at won't hire him until they're 15. So he's got the drive, he's got the desire, he's got the motivation, he wants to start saving to buy a car. I'm like, you could save up enough money to buy a car this summer. Crazy, right? All right. So, a couple of the ideas. First of all, number one is dog walking and pet sitting. Absolutely a viable business. I pay people to dog walk and pet sit. There's tons of people got dogs. People don't got time. People would love to have you take their dog for a walk. Very viable service. Pet sitting is also a very viable service. There's a great, if any of y'all are interested in the dog walking pet sitting thing, there's a great app called Rover. If you look up Rover, that's where we find our dog sitters and dog walkers, and you can apply for an account on Rover, and then you can highlight yourself, tell you who you are, show your prices and services, what community you're in. So like we wanted to look up on Rover, we want to find people in our community and find someone close to us, and Rover is a great place to do it. So we pay our dog walker $20 to come walk the dog for an hour, and we pay $35 for an overnight stay. So like if we're going on vacation, we pay our lady $35 a day for overnights, where she just comes to our house. She actually stays and lives at our house while we're gone, and uses our house, uses our stuff, hangs out with the dogs, uses our TV, just lives here. And then she goes to work like normal. She just lives here and just makes sure that our animals are good. We pay her $35 a day to do that. She makes anywhere from, I think she was telling me, $1,400 to $1,500 a month doing that part-time on the side, working her full-time job. Awesome. Spectacular business idea. Obviously, you can't be a minor to do that. You'd have to be, you have to be 18 years or older to be staying at someone's house, but that's just an idea. Number 2 is spring pet yard cleanup. We've hit that nail on the head. Anybody who's got dogs has got poop in their yard, and there's a lot of homeowners that aren't real interested in going out with a poop scooper, and a lot of people don't go out with a poop scooper, and then they roll out there with their lawnmower, and then when the lawnmower hits the poop and it sprays everywhere, it's nasty. So spring yard cleanup is actually absolutely viable. On the end, on tying that in together, dog washing and grooming. I didn't even talk about dog washing. I could have thrown that in with the boys as well. As come this summer when it gets a little bit warmer outside, they could even tie in, they could do their $60 service to do their walking, their brushing, and their cleanup bi-weekly. But then maybe once a month they throw in a dog wash. They take the dogs out and they wash them for you outside, so you don't have to. So dog washing is absolutely a thing. Another one that's awesome, which I recently heard about this and thought it was just a cool idea. If you've got anybody who likes to bake stuff, you can actually make homemade dog treats. So if you got someone who's like, if you got a girl in the house that loves cooking, loves baking, and she loves animals, you can actually go on you can go on Pinterest, you can go on Google, you can go on wherever and look up homemade dog treat recipes. And you can actually have a lot of fun making some homemade, all natural ingredient dog treats. If you wanted to make those, all right, this is what you could do. You could cook up a variety of different dog treats, little styles, little varieties, different recipes, bundle them up in little packages with a nice little presentation, maybe a little sticker on it, sell them for maybe $5 a bundle, and go visit every single dog park in your neighborhood. As soon as you have a beautiful day, take your little box out there, set up a little table at the dog park. I don't know if there would be any city restrictions. You'd probably have to ask your city or your township or whatever if there's any restrictions to that. But you could go out there if they let you. You'd have to check. You could go out there at your little dog park and with your little things, and then everybody who comes in and out of the dog park be like, "Hi there, we have homemade all natural treats for the dogs today. Would you guys be interested in buying one of our treats?" It's like selling what's the cookies? I just completely lost the name of the cookies. The cookies that all the girls sell. Girl Scout cookies in front of grocery stores. You could totally sell dog treat cookies, which would be super fun. I would totally do that. Like if I took my dog to the dog park and there you were with some homemade treats and I see a young hustler there, homemade, I make these myself, sir. I'd rather spend $5 on a little thing of homemade dog treats than a glass of lemonade. You are not going to hear me talking about doing a lemonade stand in this because a lemonade stand is not profitable enough, in my opinion. It takes too much work, too much time, and it's not profitable enough. I want you to bank. I want you to make money in a short amount of time. So homemade dog treats is absolutely a great idea. You could also carry those in a backpack. If you carry them in a backpack, you could take your dog for a walk through the neighborhood, and every time you see someone walking their dog, you could stop there and be like, "Hi there, my name is so-and-so from spectaculardogtreats.com, and I actually make homemade dog treats. Would you be interested in trying some homemade dog treats?" Sure. Or you could even do a sampler. See, I have homemade dog treats. It's homemade, all natural ingredients. You can tell them what's in them. And you'd be like, "Would you mind if I give one of your dogs one of my dog treats?" And you could pull out one of your nice little presentable bags. "Here you go, Rover." And you give the dog, and he loves it. It's amazing. And then the homeowner's going to be like, "Wow, it's amazing. I sell this particular package for $3. These have sweet potatoes, ground up chicken, and whatever in them, And you give them the recipe, and I sell these for $3 a bundle. Would you be interested? Oh yeah, I would love it. How do I don't have any cash on me. Are you in town? I'd be absolutely to bring some over. I sell them in a $3 bundle, a $5 bundle, and a $10 bundle, which is a nice big package. Which would you be most interested in? Give me the $10 one. Perfect. I'll bring it over later today. You could absolutely just highlight yourself that way. So homemade dog treats, absolutely. Let's keep going. Let's get past the animal stuff. Number 5 is spring yard cleanup and yard work. My yard isn't so bad, but I don't have any massive trees above my yard, but I'm seeing some of my neighbors, they got sticks, debris, all kinds of junk in the backyard. A lot of people got leaves packed into their grass from not fully raking up their leaves in the fall, so a lot of these yards need to be cleaned up. Again, going back to my quote of the day to remind you, one of the number one reasons why today's consumers don't invest in the help that they really want is because they don't realize that help is actually available. What if you have some elderly folk? I have a feeling that a lot of the people whose yards are a mess is because they're elderly and they don't have the energy to go out and rake their yard. So they're paying a landscaper to do it, possibly. Maybe the landscape business hasn't taken quite off yet. So you could highlight yourself as doing yard cleanup. You could come out, you could actually maybe you have a blower, you could blow out all the landscape beds, blow off the driveway, pick up any sticks and debris in the yard, haul that all away, and clean up the yard. I don't know what you'd charge for something like that. I think probably 40, 30, 40, 50 bucks is pretty realistic. But honestly, maybe it's just because I got a heart for kids, but I would love to pay a young kid to do that than to pay a landscape company to do that. I would love to. I mean, I guess I can look at it both ways. But I'm like, if I get some kid really working to earn their money, I love that. I love that heart, right? So I would love to help kids with that. So spring yard cleanup, yard work is very doable. Another one is mulch spreading. Mulch spreading. So everybody goes wild with mulch in Michigan come springtime. Y'all do this wherever you live in the world? You guys put mulch in your flower beds? I know, a lot of different regions do different things. Like South Carolina, I remember they do like the pine needles and stuff, whatever. But like I'm just thinking about like in Michigan, I've got a lot of area in my house that's gonna have to be mulched. And so I'm gonna have to, basically what happens with mulch is you either order it by the bag, you go buy it by the bag, or you can just have it come dumped in. Most people go buy it by the bag. So if I'm a child that does mulch spreading, I could say, Mr. Justin, I can go out in your yard. I can calculate how much mulch you're going to need. You're going to need 30 bags. So if you can go to the store and order 30 bags or order 30 bags and have them delivered, if you just have them delivered here in your driveway, I will take them out to your flower bed, spread them or open them up, spread them, get rid of all the trash, blow out everything, make sure it's clean. I'll do all your mulching for you, and I charge $20 an hour. Done. I mean, done. Absolutely. Autumn's got all kinds of kids in here. I love it. Y'all listen. Absolutely done. I mean, you could become the mulch spreader of town. You could become the mulch spreader of your community. Now, a lot of this depends on your neighborhood and how much access you have to neighbors and whatnot. But that's a business that's marketable, absolutely marketable, and that's a very real, very viable service. Again, with everything else, just like I was talking about with these boys, is if you have your core, your primary service that gets you in the door, then as soon as you get in the door with a consumer, you always want to be thinking about what's next with them, because a lot of the reason why people don't hire you for something is because they don't know what you're hireable for. So if you've got mulch spreading, then once you get someone's mulch all spread, what's the next thing that you can offer? Can you offer to mow their lawn? You know what? I'd love to mow your lawn. I'd love to do fall cleanup when fall comes. I could come once a week and pull all the weeds out of your flower bed. I hate weeds. Hate them. Courtney does too. Neither one of us want to pick weeds. We hate them. So maybe you can come back on a weekly period of time and just pull all the weeds out and mow the lawn. So the mulching is your initial entry, and then you can mow my lawn and pull my weeds once a week, and then come fall you can do fall cleanup. Do I just pay for those services individually? Do I pay you $20 every time or $40 every time, or can you put me on a monthly thing where it just charges? They probably want cash. Whatever. But that's an idea. Another one is power washing. Power washing is a thing. My house doesn't need power washing, but I see a couple of the neighbors in our area have got siding that's just got some gunk on it, and our HOA community requires houses to be power washed if they start showing signs of the season. So there was a guy out yesterday power washing a house. Power wash decks, you get all the mildew and stuff off of decks. You can power wash driveways, sidewalks, anywhere where lots of gravel and dirt and junk piles up. So power washing, you'd have to have a power washer, right? But for any parents out there to have a power washer, you can put that power washer to use and have your kid go out and offer power washing services. There's a variety. You can power wash roofs too. Helps the age of the roof. That's tricky. You got to figure out how to get up there. But power washing is an idea. Another one is window washing and window cleaning. Window washing and window cleaning. you could offer a window washing, window cleaning business where you come in. Maybe you have the squeegees up on a pole where you can do window washing from the outside of the house, and then you come in and you wipe down all the insides of the house. Windows drive me crazy when they're dirty. Anybody else that way? It just drives me crazy. Drives me crazy when there's fingerprints. You know, you get like that. I don't even know what it is. It's like a film that happens on the outside of the windows just from the seasons or whatever. But they just get dirty. And so as soon as winter comes around here, and it's just too cold to have the windows open, I immediately take all the screens off the house because I like looking through clean windows. Dirty windows drive me crazy. So if someone was offering a window cleaning service to come in and clean all my windows, I love it. I love it. Wouldn't that be awesome to have someone completely clean your windows inside and out? I think it's spectacular. That one I would probably charge. You can charge per hour or per window. I'd probably charge per window. I'd probably price it per window and then maybe give me a lump sum price. So maybe it's, I don't know. How many windows do I have in my house? I don't even know. A lot. I don't know. What would be a good guess? Maybe 30, 40? Let's see, probably 40 windows. Is that right? Probably, I don't know, maybe 30. 30 windows. What if I did 30 times 5? That's $150. We got 2 patio doors. We'll probably charge double for those. So 2 times 10. That's another 20. 150. 150 for my house. 170. I think 150 is a good price. I wonder how many hours that would take. Anybody ever know anybody that cleans windows before? I wonder what an average house cleaner makes. Or I'm sorry, an average window cleaner makes. I think $150 is a very realistic price. Maybe you tailor that down. It's going to depend on the house, obviously. So most houses in my neighborhood would probably be in the vicinity of $150. It might go down to maybe $75, depending on some houses, smaller houses. That add up quick. I would guess if they had the right equipment, they could probably clean all my windows in like 3 hours. If I was to guess. That's good money. Like, how many houses would they only need to get a few, and that's making good money. I mean, how many of y'all kids, those guys that got your kids in here? I mean, would it be worth it for you to go work 3 hours in a house to clean some windows and make $150? And then go get maybe do 2 houses a day. What if you did 2 houses a day? My house and my neighbor's house. 2 houses a day. You work 6 hours a day. So you start early. Maybe start at 8 o'clock every morning. You're done by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And you have your rest of the day to go. Let's say you work. Keith paid $500 for inside and out of our house. That's crazy. So maybe the price goes up. This is where you got to do your research, right? Kelly Howard says her mother-in-law and I used to wash windows for $200 a house. Lawyers and doctors, though. Okay, that's what I don't know. It's a great question, Dia. With some of these businesses, these are just ideas, just coming to my mind about services that people need. This is where you're going to have to do, as a parent, you're going to have to do your research as to what kind of licensing needs to be there, what kind of insurance needs to be there. You have to do your due diligence to really start up a business. You have to figure out what you really, really can offer. But that's an idea. Window washing, window cleaning is absolutely a viable business. Another one, just a very simple one, is watering flowers, especially for the elderly. But I don't know, even for me though, like even like watering flowers is time consuming. It is super time consuming. And Courtney and I love flowers, but Courtney waters all the flowers and she's like, it takes her a long time. And usually we have our kids do it. We have our daughter. It's like one of our daughter's summer chores to go out and water the flowers, but it takes a while. And it's like, if there's there's a lot of people that don't have the energy. There's some elderly people can't go out. They love to have those flowers, but it's a big deal. So you could offer water or flower watering. You could go around and water people's flowers. House cleaning is a real thing. House cleaning, again, is probably gonna have to be an older child, because house cleaning is, you need someone who does a great job. Need someone who's thorough, who's efficient, who knows what to look for. So house cleaning is a thing, but my niece who's 17, she's spectacular. She could run. Actually, my daughter Sammy, who just turned 12, has gone with Courtney on her house cleaning jobs and helped her, and she does a spectacular job. I think Sammy's a little bit too young, but give her a year or two. I think my daughter, 14, 15, she could absolutely clean her own houses. Absolutely. Because she's just very, very thorough. Very good, very thorough. So house cleaning is a thing. Car washing and detailing is a thing. Could wash and detail cars. I mean, especially in this season right now where people aren't going anywhere. Garden care, mulch, weed pulling, watering. We kind of covered that one already, Autumn, but thanks for chiming in with that one. But car washing and detailing, people that can't go anywhere, don't want to go anywhere right now. Like the average nice car place charges like, $25-$30 for a real good wash, like an excellent wash, and then another $30 ish for detailing, if not more. I don't know what average detailing costs. What's it cost? Ben Howden, good morning, sir. Thanks for coming in. What's it cost to have your car washed and detailed nowadays? I don't even know, because I just always done it myself. But I'm thinking like $80. $80 to completely wash, polish, dry my car, wipe the wheels all down, scrub all the grime off the rims, polish the rims up, vacuum the inside, polish the dashboard. That's probably a 2-hour job. $80. How's $40 an hour sound? Kelly Howard, 100 to 150. I think if you're good, if your kid's good, if they're motivated, if they got the right equipment, it's all about the right equipment, parents. You have to, if you've got a kid that's got an idea, you're gonna have to hook them up with the right equipment, because the equipment makes the job. But I think you could, as a kid, if I know you're gonna do a good job, I think a kid could charge anywhere from $80 to $100 to wash, dry, polish. I don't know about, you might not even polish, you might just do wash and detail the car. Would you pay someone to do that? I'm just curious. Yes, no? How much would you pay someone to detail your car out so you don't have to clean out all the trash, vacuum all the grime out of the stuff, wash the dashboard, dust it, polish it down, clean the rims up? You don't have to even leave your house. I'll come and do it right there in your driveway. Come on over, clean that thing up. I would. Absolutely, I would. Car washing, detailing. Another one that I just got this idea as I was going through it. I was thinking about kids. I'm like, what about bike washing? Bike washing is a thing. You could totally do that. Like I have a family of 6. So I got all these bikes. My garage is full of bikes. And between moving and the kids running around riding the bikes everywhere, all the bikes are a mess. They're all dirty. They're all covered in mud. You could totally offer a bike washing service where you come over and wipe your bike all down, clean it all up, make sure that the tires are all blown up. You could get it all dressed up. So tire washing is a thing. Here's a couple other ones. A couple other ones that are a little bit more advanced. So music lessons. If you have a child that's musically gifted, it might be a very practical and valuable idea for them to teach other children their instrument. So my kids are very musically gifted. My oldest daughter plays clarinet. She's spectacular at it. My son, who's 13, plays trumpet, who's a first chair in his band. He's spectacular. And then my daughter, Sammy, 12, is learning the flute currently. And my youngest son wants to be a percussionist. So, but my older two have been taking private lessons for years. They could offer private lessons to the younger. So, we got, our school system starts introducing kids to instruments in 5th grade. Yeah. So, I mean, my older kids could offer tutoring to the younger kids and start giving them lessons, because my older two have had private lessons for 3 years. So they've seen the environment of a private lesson. They know what a private lesson looks like. They could absolutely be offering private clarinet lessons or private trumpet lessons to the younger people and teaching them. That's absolutely a viable thing. So music lessons, piano lessons. Like I think Kelly Howard does piano lessons. Could you teach your girls to do piano lessons? That's crazy. Selling online for other people. If you got kids that are social media savvy and good with phones, good with apps, good with Facebook Marketplace, you could have your kids be, I would love to call it something cool. The junk eliminator, or let me sell your junk. Let me sell your junk.com. You should buy that domain. I wonder if that domain is available. I gotta look. Let's go to GoDaddy. I'm going to give someone a crazy wild idea right now. We're going to go to GoDaddy, and I'm going to look up this domain. Let me sell your junk.com. Oh, come on. Freaking autocorrect changed it. Let me sell your junk. Go. It's available. Let me sell your junk.com is available. Someone could buy that. Somebody could go. You can go if somebody likes that idea, you can go to GoDaddy.com right now. Type in let me sell your junk.com. You can buy that domain name for $12 and you own it. It's yours. You can create a Facebook business page. Let me sell your junk. And you could become the person that goes into people's garages, houses, attics, basements, storage things, looks at things that they want to sell. You're the one that lists them. And now you say, what would you like to sell? How much? What of these things would you like to get rid of? You go in, you do the research, you figure out we could put a price point on this about it. I'll just take it. I'll list it for you. I'll sell it. I'll text you, tell you when these people want to come pick it up. They pay you. And whatever money we sell it for, I make 30% of whatever I sell. That's a thing, y'all. That could be a business. All right. So selling online for others. There's a process that you have to go through to do that, to market that, but that's absolutely sellable. This is the last one that I'm very excited about. This is for those guys that don't have a community that you can tap into. You don't have a neighborhood that has neighbors. This is something that I'm going to teach my son to do, and I'm actually going to start talking to him about it this week. I'm very excited about this. Is flipping the Facebook Marketplace. So I'm going to give you guys an incredibly valuable secret. Y'all ready? Everybody give me your favorite emoji in the chat stream if you want to hear this. Favorite emoji in the chat stream. I want to see it. I am going to share something with you that most people don't know about the Facebook Marketplace. You can go to the Facebook Marketplace, and if this is what you do. What I mean by flipping the Facebook Marketplace, this is called arbitrage, where basically you buy something at a low price and you resell it for a higher price and make some money on it. So what you do is the trick is you got to find things on the Facebook Marketplace that are high value, low price, and something that you believe you can flip. So what I'm going to be doing with my son is, my son currently has some savings saved up, some things that he's got it for. When my son wants to buy himself a gaming system. He wants to buy his own gaming system, his own setup, the monitors, the whole deal. That's what he's saving up his money for. So I'm going to teach him how to do arbitrage. I'm going to teach him how to flip the Facebook Marketplace. So we're going to start out with $50. We're going to find something that we can buy at low price for $50 and resell it and see if we can get 80. We buy something low, sell it a little bit higher. So we're going to invest 50, buy something, clean it up, do whatever you got to do to it, relist it for 80, sell it for 80. Now I got $80 to work with. Now we're going to see if we can buy something for 80 and resell it for like 150. Same thing. Find something low price, high value, buy it for 80 bucks, or or lower possibly even. Because a lot of people that list stuff on Marketplace have no problem with you haggling with them and getting the price down. So maybe we find something that they're offering for 80, we can talk them down to 60. Let's see if we can buy that thing for 60, relist it and sell it for 150. Now I've got 150 bucks to work with. Let's see what we can find for $100. Buy it for 100, maybe resell it for 200. And we're going to find something, buy it, do whatever you gotta do with it, relist it, sell it for 200. Now I got 200 to work with. Now my cash is piling up because I every time, like if I get 80, let's just do this. So I'm gonna say 80. I just saved 20. I'm gonna save 20. I'm gonna resell for 60. So now I'm gonna sell for 60. 60. I'm gonna buy something for 60 bucks. I'm gonna sell it for 150. All right. So now I got $170 altogether. Now I'm gonna see what I can sell. Now I'm gonna see what I can buy for 100. And I just saved 70. You see how this money is saving? I'm setting savings aside. I'm gonna see what I can buy for 100, sell for 200. Now I got 200 to work with. Put some in savings. Now see what I can buy for maybe 150 and maybe sell for 300. And I'm just gonna keep rolling it. I'm just gonna turn 50 bucks, and I can keep rolling this. And the bigger and the bigger and the bigger we go, the better we go. This is your secret. If you go onto Facebook Marketplace right now in your area, you can actually sort your area. So I'm going to look up, when I do this with Ethan, I'm going to look up our area. I'm going to choose our zip code. I'm going to do a 15-mile radius of where we live. There's plenty of options in that radius. 15-mile radius of where I live. And then what I'm going to do is you go into the search bar and you search "need the money" in the search bar. And what happens is, when you search for something specifically, Facebook Marketplace searches titles and descriptions, they search titles of what people are selling, but they also search the description line. So if I search "need the money," what happens is it comes up with an entire marketplace of products that people are selling for extremely low prices because they need the money. And you should see what's in there. I mean, yesterday, one of the things that just stood out to me, I was like, holy crap, I'm considering buying them myself. I found a set of 4 Mickey Thompson all-terrain tires that I used to have on one of my 4-wheel drive trucks when I was younger. I paid $750 per tire for these 4 tires. They had the same 4 tires, probably 80% tread life on them, and they're selling the entire set of 4 for $250. 4 tires valued at easily $2,500 to $3,000. They're selling them for $250 right now on Facebook Marketplace in my town. I could buy them right now. I could buy those 4 tires right now for $250. Go pick them up, leave them on my trailer, relist them for $1,000, and I would sell them. Because even at $1,000, they're an absolute steal. I could quadruple my money. Oh my gosh. I found a TV. It was a 54-inch TV somebody was selling for $150. I looked it up, looked up the retail it was $600. I think $597 or something. I could buy a $150 TV, I could flip it and resell it for $250. Easily. Make some money, right? So, you go search "need the money." You got to do some hunting. Because you want to be careful what you buy. Just because you're buying something low doesn't mean that you're going to be able to resell it. So you got to buy things that you know people want. As I shared with you yesterday when I gave you guys tips on how to create cash on demand for adults. Remember, one of the things I told you yesterday is always identify a buyer first. Identify a buyer, then you fulfill a need. So when you're hunting through the Facebook Marketplace, you want to look at the things that people are buying. Things that people are actually, investing in. That way you can try to get into that lane. So TVs are always a hot commodity. People will always buy TVs. Something like tires is always a hot commodity. There's a lot of things like art and like dishes, and furniture is a big one. Furniture is huge. I was sharing with you guys yesterday the furniture. I think our couches. We got this smoking deal on a couch. So I wanted it when we were fulfilling our house. We have a couch in our living room that I love, and we have an extra living room downstairs now. I told Courtney I want the exact same couch, just as we flip the other way. Our couch upstairs, we paid like $2,000 for, and I found the exact same couch, just flipped the other direction with a little bit of wear and tear on it for $250. If you've got the space and the ability to pick that kind of stuff up, you could absolutely, and again, this is going to require some interaction, some help with the parents, to buy this stuff and to flip it. But flipping the Facebook Marketplace, if you do it right, and if you're good at spotting a deal, and if you're good at figuring out what's valuable, what moves, you can make major coin. I know this. If I just give the effort and give the time to it and really teach Ethan how to do this, I could teach him how to make $1,000 in a month easily, just by working it a few hours and really figuring out figuring out a starting point and compounding your money. Such a viable business, and that's something that you can do anywhere. You don't have to have a neighborhood with a whole bunch of people that need work, but you got to be good with technology. You got to be good at spotting a deal. You got to have some cash to start with, because you got to be able to buy something first and then learn how to flip it. Not every deal is going to be a smoking deal. You're probably going to have some things. You're probably going to have some things that are going to not pan out the way you thought to. You may lose your butt on some, but I think if you're good at it, I'm just thinking about some of the stuff that I've gotten, man. Like this couch. I bought this couch for $250. I could go out and sell it right now for $750 easily and have it sold by the end of the week. I'd make $500. Well, if you got a kid right now that has $250 in savings, I'm gonna give you your $250. We're gonna buy a couch. I'm gonna flip it, and I'm gonna give you your $750. Can I help you make $500? Very doable. Absolutely 100% doable. So those are just a few different ideas. 15 ideas. So just a quick summary: dog washing, pet sitting, spring yard cleanup, dog washing and grooming, homemade dog treat idea, spring yard cleanup, yard work. We added in there weed pulling, lawn mowing, all of that. Spreading mulch, power washing, window washing and cleaning, watering flowers, house cleaning, car washing, detailing, bike washing, music lessons, selling online for others. What was the domain? LetMeSellYourJunk.com. It's an idea. Somebody needs to take a hold of that. And then the Facebook Marketplace flipping. Those are 15 brilliantly powerful and effective ways that you can help your child start their own business. All right. So going back to the folks that I started with, Trisha and her two boys. So these two ignited something in me, because I'm so excited about them. I'm so excited about helping them. So I said, this is what you guys need. I said, you need a plan, you need some strategy, and you need some presentation on the way you present yourself, because people will take you more seriously if you have. You're gonna be able to close so much faster just if you have the right tools. I said, do you have business cards? He said, no, we don't have business cards. You need business cards. You need this. I said, this is what I feel you need. If you were my kids, this is what I would do with you, and this is what I would do with my own kids. Is you need business cards so when you get a client, you can give me 5 business cards and would you be willing to pass our business cards out to 5 people that you think might want this service? Absolutely. You leave me with 5 business cards. How about a flyer? A nice little marketing flyer that highlights what you do, how you do it. Maybe it's got testimonials on it. So if you're going to go door to door, you're much more likely to close something door to door if you can hand them something that they can look at and review while you're talking to them. That's the alternative to having a website, because most of these young kids are not going to have a website to start with, and that's fine. You don't need one to start with. But if you could hand me something, a nice little professional flyer that just makes me take you that much more seriously, absolutely close the deal. Here's a little flyer. Since you need business cards, you need a flyer, you need a Facebook business page. A Facebook business page is a great place for you to send people if they want to learn about you. It also is a great social sharer, so I can share your Facebook business page. Be like, guys, y'all got to check out these 2 boys. Anybody in our neighborhood, look at them. I would love to get it out. It's a great way to expand your business, and you can have people leave you reviews there. You need to buy a domain name. You need to choose the name for your business, whatever you want to call your business. You can choose a name for it. Buy the domain name, link the domain name to your Facebook business page. So if someone goes to sellmyjunk.com, it sends me to your Facebook business page, sellyourjunk.com. Nice little graphic, nice little information. You can list your services there. People take you seriously, and you start looking and feeling and acting like a real business. I'm like, so these are all things that I think are very, very important. So this is the thing. So this is what I proposed to Trisha and her 2 boys. I said, I'm gonna propose to you. I would love to do a little mini branding package for you. What I do is I help startup businesses start up. I said, so these are the things I need. I think you need business cards, a printable that you can hand out to people, or a digital that you can post on social media, or both. You need a Facebook business page. You need a name and a domain name for your business linked to your Facebook business page. You need to set up your services on your business page so it's marketable. Learn how to activate testimonials. And then I said, and then I want to coach you how to scale this business. So this is what I would do. I said, consider this a strategy session. We just had a strategy session. I was only with them for like 25 minutes. We have a strategy session. Then once we get all these things established, then I want to have one coaching session with you. Give me an hour. I'm going to tell you how to use these tools. I'm going to tell you where to go, how to go there, what to say, what not to say, and how to close more deals. And I want to get each of you boys serving 12 to 15 houses a week, making $700 to $800 a week consistently. I'm going to charge $300 for that. And the boys were like, and the mom was, she goes, okay. I'm like, it's going to be the best $300 you spent this year. I said, because I believe if you do this right, you can pay me $300. I'm going to set these boys up, and both these boys have very real potential to make 10 grand each this summer. That's nothing. So she paid me $300. I'm helping these boys set this thing up, which I'm very excited about. And this ignited my mind. She's like, I need you to talk to my sister. So who's your sister? She said, Heather. She said, my sister Heather, her daughter is 15 years old, wants to be a pastry chef when she grows up, and she makes cookies. She makes pies, she makes all this kind of stuff. And she has people that hire her to make birthday cakes and stuff for their parties. But she's like, she's not scaling it. She's not marketing it. I'm like, oh my gosh. She's like, I need you to talk to Heather. So I'm going to get Heather involved. I'm going to get plugged into her daughter and get them hooked up with the same thing. So this is where I got this idea. I'm like, I want to create a community. I want to create a community for parents and their kids. A community for parents and their kids where I can fuel and feed these kids and give them ideas and tips. So I created a community called Real Boss Nation. This is what this graphic is. This is actually a real community. Real Kid Boss Nation. Kid Boss Nation is a group that I'm creating that I'm going to bring in parents and kids that have entrepreneurial spirit, that want to build a business, that want to learn how to scale that business, grow it, and I'm going to be investing in these parents and their kids to help them grow these businesses, and I'm really, really excited about this, all right? So I just got this idea, going through, talking with Trish on Monday, I just got this idea yesterday as I'm going through this and planning for this content for today. So this is why I shared with you yesterday. I'm going to talk about kids, and the more I got thinking about it, I'm like, I want to create this. So I'm currently creating this community, Kid Boss Nation. If any of y'all want to be a part of this, Kid Boss Nation is going to be free for now. It's probably going to be a paid community later down the road, but it's going to be free for now. If you want to get plugged into this, all I need you to do is just put count me in the chat stream. If you are a parent that has kids that you want to teach them how to build a business and how to make money from home, just put count me in the chat stream. And you know what I need you to do? Send me a message, will you? You can put on Facebook, put count me in. The only ones I'm thinking about Periscope is Periscope. As soon as the replay is over, you guys can't comment on Periscope. So if you want to be plugged into this, you can put comment. You can comment on my Facebook page or on YouTube. You can comment, count me in, and I will absolutely, grandparents. This is basically for any adults. Basically, what I can't do is I can't have a group full of kids that don't have their guardians with them. So absolutely for grandparents, this is for parents, this is for legal guardians, this is for anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. If you have kids in your realm, this could be youth pastors, it could be anybody who has kids that you want to get plugged into them. Count me in on the chat stream on Facebook. If you're on Periscope and you're not on Facebook, you can message me through Facebook Messenger. You can comment on my Facebook business page. Justin, count me in. I'd like to get added in. I've been in the process of creating this group, and as soon as I get the group set up, created, I'm going to start funneling you all in and start pouring some ideas in there, all right? So very excited about this, and I'll have more ideas on this to come. Absolutely, siblings. This can be anybody. Basically, my mission is the kids. My mission is to help these kids establish a vision, show them what's possible, show them the way, give them the tools, tell them what to do, how to do it. But I need parent involvement. So I can't have a whole bunch of kids join my group without parent involvement. So I need parents and kids. If your kids are on Facebook, get them plugged in. And Keith Jowers, I love it. Can't wait to hear what you got going on in your mind, buddy. So I'm very, very excited about this. And then this is what I'm doing. And this is, this is what I created for, Trisha. And this is a mini branding bundle for kids. It's $300. $300 for them to start their business. And I will help them. And if these kids do it right, they can make the $300 back in a matter of a few weeks. They could possibly, this 3-week period that most kids have off school right now, they could make that amount of money in the next 3 weeks if possible, if they really get after it. So what I want to do is, what I'm doing this little mini branding bundle is I'm starting with a 1 hour strategy session. I'm going to spend 1 hour with you and your child to strategize your business concept. Because some of you kids may be like, I want to do this, but I don't know what I can do. So I want to spend an hour with you first off, right up front, $300. I'm going to spend 1 hour with you up front to talk about where you live, your community. I want to research your area. I want to talk about what ideas you have, how we would do it. I'm going to figure out what is your best, most viable business concept, strategize it, establish a plan. That's a strategy session to figure out the strategy. Once we figure out the strategy, I'm going to help you buy a domain name so you know how to do that. I'm going to design business cards for you, create a printable digital marketing flyer that's going to highlight your service so you can print that out and have something to pass out. I'm going to set you up with a Facebook business page, highlight your services, link your domain to your Facebook business page. We'll use that as your website home for now. Once we get all that done, then I'm going to have a second one-on-one session with you to coach you on how to use everything that I've given for you and teach you exactly what you need to go out and do and build that business. So all of that together, 2 strategy sessions plus the mini branding, $300, which is an absolute crazy steal. But I'm just really excited about doing this. I'm really excited about helping some kids. And I'm really excited about building this community. Kid Boss Nation, y'all, all right? Very excited about it. So that's what I got for you today. Man, that was a long broadcast, but hopefully it was good for y'all. If you know anybody that has kids, if you have kids, and you want to take advantage of that branding package, I only have so much time available. So please reach out to me. You can reach out to me directly through my website. All my contact info is right down here below. JustinCapponPro.com is my website. JustinCapponPro@gmail.com is my email. You can message me through Facebook. You can contact me through my Facebook business page. Just give me a shout, give me a holler. Justin, I would love for you to work with me and my child to really figure this thing out, and love to do the mini branding bundle. I'm not really gonna say how many I'm gonna take, but I can only take so many because my time is limited. So if you're wanting to get on this right now, get on it right now. It'd be my pleasure to help you and your child establish a little business, turn that little hustler into a viable business, and get you plugged into real what did I say? Kid Boss Nation. Super excited about it. I'm pumped. All right. I'm gonna leave you with that for today, guys. That was a long broadcast, but I appreciate your time. I know an hour and 8 minutes of your time is so valuable. So I appreciate you spending your time with me this morning. Hopefully it was inspiring. Did you learn something today? I think even for parents, I think you could probably learn something from this today. As I'm thinking about this, I'm like, there's some of this is very, 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 very thought-provoking even for parents. Remember, my quote of the day is one of the number one reasons why today's consumers don't invest in the help that they really want is because they don't realize that help is available. There's your summary of points for today, y'all. My quote of the day, as well as the 15 ideas. Those guys that are on a mobile device, if you turn that mobile device sideways, that image will fill up the screen. You can snapshot that screen, take that with you today, be thinking about what avenue you'd like to take with your kids. And then the mini branding bundle, that's what it shows you, the one-on-one strategy session, business cards, flyer, business page, coaching session, and then get plugged into Kid Boss Nation, all right? I'll give you a couple seconds to snapshot that, take that with you, and we're going to get ourselves out of here for today, all right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And boom, that's what I got for you. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing. And I highly respect the value of your time. I know an hour and 9 minutes of your time is so valuable. So thank you so much for spending your time with me this morning. Go out and be intentional. Holler at me if you need anything from me today. And I will see you guys all around the web, all right? Take care. God bless. I'll see you guys later.